This Flutecast is a little bit different than the other ones in the series. It demonstrates music techniques you can do to support flute circles or any community music gathering or jam sessions. This month we'll look at music that you can use to support people in your flute circle taking solos around the circle. We call it traveling solos, and it's part of 2 Flutecasts. This month is traveling solos, and next month we'll do traveling duets. All the material in these 2 Flutecasts was recorded at Flute Haven by participants in our leadership program. These are people who want to go out and lead flute circles, and we got this idea to set up a studio on site. What we're trying to do is demonstrate a few basic techniques that are the core of the leadership program at Flute Haven. So one of the easiest things you can do is to provide a steady chord, continuous drone support underneath people going around and taking solos around the circle. You can do this on any instrument that provides a steady chord, and Vera's going to do this here on a Shruti box. She's just going to pump the Shruti box, which is set to the key of the flutes that we're all in, and she's then going to invite people to take solos around the circle. Now, one of the concerns that players might have is, how long should I play? We often suggest that, at least the first time around, players take a 1-breath solo. That gives them a time boundary, and it also gets them to focus on their breath, which is a good thing. Now, directions you can take this solo around the circle activity, a lot of ways you can go here. One of the great ways is to introduce rhythm, and we're going to do it in this example in a way that involves everybody in the circle. Because, if you have a larger circle, sometimes you get the syndrome where, well, each player is kind of waiting for their turn to take a solo. Now we've involved everybody in the circle. They're all playing for the duration of the activity. So I'm going to ask everybody to just ta, 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 ta. I'm just going to do a solo. We're going to pass the solo around the group. 1-breath solo. Now, in this case, we had flutes all in the same key, but even if you have a flute circle with people with different keys, it still sounds good. Those ta sounds, those staccato notes, sound good as long as they're short, even with flutes in different keys. And of course, in these situations, we're allowing everyone to play anything they like over this rhythm. Their solo could be rhythmic or not rhythmic, it doesn't matter. If a person is hesitant to play anything, you could ask them to just play one long tone, any fingering they want, and that's their solo. This humanistic approach to community music, it's all about support. The support is the background and the rhythm, and encouraging people to put themselves out there just a little bit. We're asking them to take a solo, and helping everyone succeed. And another thing you could do is offer a basic rhythm yourself for people to play over. That particular rhythm we call Walk the Big Dog, because it's exactly what it sounds like. If you can say it, you can play it. And we can learn it right now. Just say, walk the big dog, walk the big dog, and then echo it on your chest, just the downbeats, walk the big dog, walk the big dog. After you get that down, you can add the offbeat, some other part of your body, walk the big dog, walk the big dog, walk the big dog. Do that for 1 minute a day for a week, and it'll be in your toolbox forever. You'll never forget it. If you want to get fancy, you can add every once in a while, walking the big dog, walk the big dog, walk the big dog, walking the big dog, walk the big dog. That's it. Very easy to do. You can use any kind of rhythm, any supporting structure that's solid, that's repeatable, that gets people into a little bit of emotion. They can do anything over the top they want. Now, another thing you can do if you've got some facility on a keyboard or a guitar, just lay down some very simple chords in the key of the flute. You could just play the bass chord. If it's an A minor flute, you can just find an A minor chord and keep repeating that. Just play some simple chords. We have an example here by Eric Miller leading traveling solos with his guitar.
Solo. percussion, flute percussion, rhythm.
So there's some ideas for your next flute circle. In the flute cast for next month, we're going to extend this idea a little bit to a topic we call traveling duets. And of course, if you'd like a full week experience with these kind of activities, you're welcome to join our leadership program at Flute Haven, Eastern Pennsylvania in September. We hope you can join us.